Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Greetings all.
All right, guys. So it's been a while since we did the Real Whovians cast. The news for Doctor Who is few and far between. But we did get something. Well, I stumbled upon something tonight. And that is Stephen Fry is reportedly starring in Doctor Who Series 12.
Might be the new Doctor.
You know what? It's so weird that he looks like he could be a doctor, right?
Yeah.
It says that he is. What is this going on? Let's see. A few pics on the set detailed Fry's costume. It says the remains of the set in Swansea looks like a parlor room. Stephen Fry was also in a tweed 40s style suit. Earlier, there was a portrait of Victoria in the room, too. So, don't know. They said that Fry in the past has voiced the Minister of Chance in a webcast, Death Comes to Time.
Ooh.
And prior to that, he had worked on a sadly unused script for Series 2 in 2006. That they got, instead of doing that story, they did Fear Her. They scrapped that.
I heard Fry was up for something.
Yeah.
I didn't catch all the gist of it.
So listen, he's a big name.
Yeah.
It would be like an honor to have him.
Oh, I'd love to see him.
And hopefully they don't they use the most of his talents and just get him in a good role. I believe he was Sherlock Holmes' brother, right? In the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Movies like he was Mycroft, right?
Okay. Yeah, he was.
And he was good at it too. So real good at it. So and he's done many different things, for his career. So I think that's excellent. Hopefully that's the case. But again, we heard that they filmed either 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know what episode order this is. I don't know how many episodes.
Yeah, once they're going to do like they always do, they film it and then they film out of order. So you'll see one adventure, it seems like, oh, they know what they're doing. And you see the next adventure, it's like, what the hell? Why didn't you already cover this?
So we also got the actress, I guess it's Mandip Gill, right?
Yes.
That they were talking to her, and she said that people noticed the chemistry between her and Jodie Whittaker.
And they're hoping for a
romance or something.
Artist rendezvous.
Like people are hinting that they look like they like each other a lot in that way. And she says, you never know, I guess. I mean, the chemistry
Let's not go down that road. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm all for diversity. But throughout the whole Doctor Who series, yes, they've had crushes. Yes, Rose had a hots for the 10th Doctor, but folks, just let them be companions and that all.
I mean if they weren't, it wouldn't, because the Doctor likes women, even though he's a woman now. He probably would still like women. Just because he regenerated doesn't mean it changes his sexual orientation of who he likes. So she wouldn't be gay because she was a man liking women and now she's a woman liking a woman. You know what I'm saying? So that would change.
Let's just have. Can we at least have just 1 or 2 doctors where it's just like, oh, it's just like
traveling
and just an infatuation. It's nothing romantic, nothing, just like a brother.
Right.
But nonetheless.
Well, I got to tell you, I have a feeling that this coming season, I'm going to make a prediction based on nothing, really. But I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to make a prediction solely on the fact of how the Doctor interacts with all 3 companions. And I'm going to say that something's going to happen where Ryan is going to remain on an alien world, falls in love with someone, wants to stay and help.
How to ride a bike.
Right. Well, whatever he does, he's going to stay behind. And then I think we're also going to see Graham go back to Earth. Well, I don't think they're going to do that.
And he's not going to die, but he's going to leave because the cancer's going to.
I don't even think they're going to do that. I think that's past the thing. I think that he's just going to remain on Earth because if Ryan leaves and stays on another planet,
it's going to be hard.
Like, I'm going to just go back to Earth unless he stays with Ryan on another planet.
Now, I can understand them doing something like a Perry type of thing where he falls in love, Ryan, in other words, falls in love with somebody from an alien culture, and it's like, okay, do I stay? Do I go? And he's so torn up about it that the doctor decides for him.
Well, it could be that. I don't think it's going to be that way. I think that maybe Graham would stay with Ryan wherever he goes. Yeah. Because what purpose does he have to be on Earth by himself? So what I really, the whole thing I'm trying to predict is, and I'm saying is that because the doctor's closer to Yasmin Khan, they have that thing. I kind of sense that if everybody left, the only person that would remain is Yasmin Khan, and you would have adventures just with the doctor and Yaz. So if they were going to leave, we might have half a season with them, and then the rest of the season with Yaz.
With her,
it might be interesting. It might change the dynamic of the season because we always have to have something new in the season. You can't just be able to direct
cut it down to one companion because they're pretty much
the other ones leave.
Yeah,
right. And then maybe
and the writers are trying to go, okay, we wrote for this person, let's try to write for this person, and their stories are intermingling so much it's basically making the adventure or the episode.
It might even be the whole companion team up until the last episode, and then she winds up with just Yaz for the next season. And I tend to think that I really don't know if it worked with all these companions because I don't think Chibnall really captured it yet.
He can't. I'm sorry, he cannot write for multiple companions. The group cannot write for multiple companions. They're good when they do it for one, but when they try to do it for three, if they cut it down to two,
there's always a companion that's left out, and it's always about 9 times out of 10, it's about Ryan Sinclair or Graham, and that is it. Yasmin gets like of the whole percentage of the season, she's probably had 10% or less, and maybe she's the most likable of all of them. I mean, I like Graham the most.
Yeah.
But if we just would have seen more of her character, maybe I would have liked her more. But she was actually the least liked compared to everybody because she wasn't really focused on.
They didn't develop her character. They pretty much.
She's a cop. How was she able to?
She was pretty much a cop at heart. But yet everything you see, it's like she would have been kicked off the force.
Correct.
Her first day.
Like, how is she able to still be with the police if she's not doing anything with the police? And don't tell me that when they pop her back in, it's only going to be a day later. Because that's a little bit ridiculous. Because they had the whole funeral that was a week and everything. So there's been weeks that have been passing, possibly. So that's just not realistic that she, her life is going to be upside down. She's not going to have a job when she goes back.
No.
So, I mean, I like Stephen Fry.
Been terminated, and she's keeping it from everybody.
Well, she wouldn't even know she's terminated. She's not even on Earth to find out if she's terminated. And again, we're going to have classic monsters. I don't see anything. I mean, yes, the Stephen Fry story is great because it's like, wow, they opened the door for us to see actually somebody cast this early on. Yeah. But, we're in February, it's the end of February, and we got one clue of Sea Devils or Cybermen or anything.
That's the problem. That's the problem I have. I even made that comment either in one of the boards, and it says, "What are they talking about? What's their definition of a classic monster? One from the actual original series,
right?
Or when the series came back in 2005? What's your definition of a classic monster?" Now, if they're going to say, yes, the classic monster is from the original series, then fine. But they have not said anything. So
just think about it. We had 2 episodes done. Not one word is spread about any of those 2 episodes, other than it was in South Africa.
Yeah.
Not even a damn hint it's a classic monster at all. So technically, so far, there's probably 2 episodes done with not one classic monster returning. If we have 10, so now we got 8 episodes left, if that was the case. Or if we go by the special, 10 episodes plus a special. So we would have
I'm hoping I'm hoping they're at least giving her one extra episode, and then we have the 12th being the special. But I know
they're not gonna go higher than 11. I don't know. No. It's gonna be 10 plus a special.
That's a sad thing.
And another thing is that it hasn't been definite that they come back in January. So what I'm hearing is it's not gonna be January. Like, something may happen, and it's like, as much as they said January, no. We don't know. I mean, look, February, 2 episodes done. Okay, good track record. But then again,
2 episodes a month, or maybe 3 episodes a month.
No, they're not doing 3 episodes a month. First of all, didn't they start filming in? When did they start filming? Didn't they start filming in November?
November. Yeah.
Well, not really. I think it was January they started filming. So January an episode, February an episode. That's still not a good track record. That's not a good track record yet, though.
Yeah.
Not really. That doesn't mean you're going to be finished in January.
Unless they're counting, like, okay, we filmed some of the surrounding stuff that we're going to use in another episode. They could also be doing that.
I would love. I mean, you know what the thing is? Nobody really has answers, like, at all, of what the hell's going on. I don't think, because isn't it like they film closed off, like, set? You don't know what's happening or nothing. Like, they filmed it after, so nobody knows what's out there. Yeah. Nobody knows what's going on.
And I'm hoping Chibnall has learned from the first season that you cannot be so closed-fisted like you did with the first season.
I don't know if he learned anything, because he might be just stubborn. He might just be like faking it, like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and he's not gonna do that at all. He can maybe guessing people to death. You notice that? He may be like, oh yeah, no, yeah, we're gonna whatever you want, yeah, and then not do nothing.
So hopefully the BBC stays on his tuchus to make him understand that, okay, we're going to allow you to do this, this, and this, but you're going to have to be your door's going to have to be a little bit wide open, or at least be cracked a little bit more this season, so we don't have all these complaints.
Right. Maybe they'll start in February. Maybe March. I just get worried because I think the thing is that, too, yes, we're going to have a series now in 2020, but we're not going to have a series in 2021, are we? I mean, the rate they're going with stuff.
Good Lord.
It might skip another year entirely again.
That, or the BBC might decide, okay, you had your 2 seasons, you tried to prove yourself, and there's.
Well, we may be with a horror scenario where Doctor Who goes into suspended animation, where Chibnall leaves, but like they leave it where the last Doctor we see is Jodie Whittaker. And
similar to what they did with Sylvester McCoy.
Well, but she don't regenerate. She just, that's it. It ends, and we don't see anything. And then it goes off the air for like 10 years. Or it could be that, because I got to tell you right now, the interest in Doctor Who for merchandise is like slim. They've moved on. They've moved on to their new female champion, Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay? If you go any place, it is a minor footnote that you have to search the stores to find Doctor Who. It's mixed with Japanese animation, all these different things. It doesn't have a section anymore.
No.
I don't see any. I got to tell you, as much as they were saying there's new Titans, we were supposed to get that master thing and everything. I have not seen that anywhere.
I haven't either. I was up about today.
That leads me to believe they're not being, while it may be out, these stores are not taking the risk.
No, they're not.
And not carrying it. So it might be where you have to get it by just going online and purchasing it.
And like I said, the best, if they really want it, like I said, I know it sounds like a lame writer's way of fixing it, but have an adventure where an alternate 13th Doctor comes to our time dimension, our realm. Something transpires to where she gets kicked over to his. He stays, and then we follow him from that point on. And she's got a, and maybe randomly we hear about what's going on with her being in his timeline.
I don't know.
Like
I don't know.
I
don't know what's going to happen.
I know it sounds like a lame idea, but if they do that, they may kick back interest since they've got.
I don't think they're going to do that. I just think I think that they just, if they had to end it, because here's the thing, it's commissioned till 2023.
Yeah.
So think about it. Doctor Who comes out 2020, takes a break, comes back 2022, and
then they come back.
No, you're done. That's it.
Yeah.
No, nothing after 2023, nothingness, unless they squeak out a season. I don't know, man. I got to tell you, though.
That or they squeak out 2 specials.
Listen.
And they want to say, oh, there's your season.
It's too early to speculate, but I'm just going to say that a lot of people that talk about Doctor Who, they're talking about other things, man. I mean, you can't expect them to starve.
The Orville and Discovery, for one.
There's a lot of shows.
Both were good tonight. I can definitely say that. I'm not going to do the only spoiler I'm going to say is you're going to be pissed off with at a crew member on the Orville.
All right, but the thing is that, a lot of these YouTubers and these people that talk about Doctor Who, they're going to be talking about all this stuff because it's inevitable, and even these pages are going to end.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these pages is Doctor Who only, which I like that, just Doctor Who only. But, what are you going to talk about? You can't, as much as we talk about this, we have a lot of members.
To the big finish dramas, you're going to transfer to the novelization.
Listen, we have a lot of people that are members, part of the Whovians guests. Yes, we could do Big Finish, but the interest is going low where people don't even want to do a podcast. Like, it's just, oh, Doctor Who, you're not going to do the everything.
Yeah.
What I'm getting lately is, listen to this, I'm getting, oh, you're not going to do the everything show, and it's like, oh, okay, because it's like, I mean, look, I wanted a Real Whovians cast out because, hey, we haven't done one in a while. But, we're spreading it out because it's not really news. It's just, we got 2 different stories, maybe 3, not even 3, but, we also heard that Alex Kingston was talking and she wants to be a love interest for Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. She wants to be River Song. That could or could not happen, but I don't think it would because if it is River, she would have had to gotten out of the library.
Yeah.
Now, if they had Jodie flat out say, I'm going to save River from the library. That way,
the one that gets her out of the damn library.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If Jodie's doctor said, screw it, that's my wife, I want her out of the library, that would be great.
Yeah.
Because then we would have the River after the library, which we already had, kind of. Yeah. But like, just she reconstitutes her consciousness into a regenerated body, but like, same actress, like Alex Kingston, and then it's like not out of order, it's in order, where it's present, that would be a cool dynamic. Where River doesn't know about her future because she hasn't seen past that. So River doesn't have all the answers. And maybe that might be a nuanced thing because, it's to a point where she has no idea what's going on with the Doctor.
Brain farting. What was those creatures which they replaced Amy's daughter with? Little baby with that mud or that liquid stuff.
What?
Oh, damn! What are those damn things called?
We talking the gangers?
Gangers, yeah. Thanks, you. What if she took a ganger and
ganger body?
Yeah, used a ganger body.
They could use. What they could do? The nanogenes that they used from the Doctor. Yeah, like the nanogenes was in the Doctor dances. Remember? the empty child.
Yeah.
But then the Daleks also started using the nanogenes to make Daleks from humans, you know, to alter their DNA. So if she could just go to the library, her body's in stasis, they use the nanogenes to heal her body and then puts her back in there, you know, that would be good.
Yeah.
But, or even if they actually had people appear like Nardal or, you know, Promaki maybe pop in there, you know?
Yeah.
Bill Potts. That would be good.
So
would like just Bill Potts just show up and it's hard. It's like, oh.
I still think they wasted Bill so much. They could have made her, of all the characters that have been best to come from from an earlier era, like the 70s or 80s, not temporarily displaced there, but actually from there. If Moffat was going to actually do that whole thing about she's gay in every single episode, he missed a perfect chance of putting her from the 70s or 80s.
He did. Yeah.
Because look at the ignorance from that time period towards.
I don't think none of them. I think none of them want to research that and just get it. That's a lot of work for them.
I know.
They don't
still, they wasted a good chance of having one of the Doctor's past. Because that's the one thing why I wanted it so much, to see a companion from an earlier era.
Right.
Because imagine what it would be like, a companion who was brought up into thinking that the year 2000 was going to be Star Wars and Star Trek and Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't think
live there, and it's like, oh, you
know what it is. So I don't think the fans would love. I mean, the new generation of fans probably wouldn't like that either. They want it to be current.
Still, I know, but still, it's been kind of interesting because that got old. It did. It got real old having a companion from the same model.
Oh, I know.
But
Never know. But hopefully, you know what it is, Doctor Who is, everything's shrinking from it because you know what, they should have rode the wave and then pop something out right away, but no, now it's going to be sitting buried for a year. It's going to be very hard to build up that momentum again.
Mm-hmm.
And the way Chibnall doesn't release anything, it's going to be impossible to build up that momentum again. All right, so there's that. I don't know when the next Real Whovians cast is. Maybe in March, maybe, who knows. But we'll try to get one out to you as soon as we can. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Ciao.